Hey guys, welcome to the Q&A. I'm just filling in. We have two podcasts, two guests that are coming. Unfortunately, the time between episodes was a bit longer than I liked, so I put a Q&A up a few weeks ago, and I decided to post it now when there was a bit of a break between episodes, just to kind of keep the channel moving, hopefully give you guys enough content to keep you entertained and subscribed. But we have two great guests coming on soon, so I'm going to make it quick. This is going to be maximum 10 minutes. I got a few questions here. I'm going to pick out two that I think I have some thoughts on that are interesting, that are more than just a sentence long answer. And yeah, we'll move forward. So let's try this out. First question I got is, when did you find out you had a passion for martial arts and fitness training, and is that how you got into the fitness world? So, I'm assuming you mean by fitness world like personal training. I can't say I have any kind of passion for personal training or fitness. In the sense that this is like a love of my life, or a topic that I'm extremely interested in, or something even of my own person that is very, very important to me. I basically got into the business of being a personal trainer out of practicality for more than anything else. I learned quickly under Dino Spencer the art of interhuman relations between a client and a trainer. I realized there's a lot of value there, and if you can get good at that part of the business, that there's money to be made. I was much more passionate about martial arts. I wanted to be a professional fighter. That was my main goal, and I used teaching martial arts as a tool to be able to afford being a professional fighter, because being a professional fighter doesn't make much money, as most people know that are interested in the sport. So I realized quickly that that this is something I could do, and I was actually pretty good, trying to be as unbiased as possible. But I felt I was pretty good. Other people told me I was pretty good. I had some good results. I had a quite successful jiu-jitsu team in almost everywhere I was a coach at. I had a pretty successful MMA team in every gym I was a coach at. I would also, to make extra money, I would teach non-martial artist clients, and which was mostly a lot of their goals were like weight loss, and they just wanted some interesting workout programs. And I had a lot of good results with those clients as well. So I could say that I think I could be not being braggadocious, but I believe I'm decently successful at it. I've had good successes all over the world for many years. And once I saw that there was money to be made there, and it fit my current skill set, it seemed to be the more obvious path for me to take, more practical path, especially once I was done fighting, to continue down that path, because there was opportunity there. So I just followed it from a practical standpoint, and I generally, even though it wasn't my biggest interest from the fitness side of it, I realized that to be good at my job, I needed to have good results, no matter how good I was at the interpersonal, which would keep me, would give me clients, to really be able to move, to keep these clients long term, and for them to be able to recommend, they needed to get results. So I studied extremely hard to learn everything I could possibly learn about nutrition, muscle building, weight loss, how to periodize training, how to program. I became, I would say, somewhat of an expert. I guess 10 years of studying something would make you an expert. And I combined that with my own experience, having been 265 pounds and losing being a martial artist and a professional athlete for many years and training many professional athletes, I feel like all that experience just seemed to be like the logical path. So I took that to get to my monetary goals. Like it was simple as that. There was definitely not a passion. Like I probably wouldn't be reading about it if you had given me $5 million to sit at home. At the time, I would have been like, yeah, I'm good. I'm going to read about philosophy. I have other interests that would take up most of my time. But because it was a way, and is still to this day, an important part of my income, I decided that, this is something I'm going to, I need to keep focused on, and I need to push forward. And still to this day, like, I still study it religiously because it's part of my job. It's a way for me to make money. It's my main source of income. But yeah, it definitely is not a passion of mine. And eventually, I am hoping to leave the fitness world, at least in my main capacity. But yeah, it was a vehicle, and I'm very appreciative that I've had the opportunity to use that vehicle to, especially branch off into where I'm at now. I'm gonna take my second part of the question, and I'm gonna try to finish this up in like the next 3 minutes because I don't want to keep rambling on myself here. Second question is, how did I get into finance? It says, how did you get into finance? And how difficult was it learning all of the financial metrics without having a degree? Yeah, I mean, that probably is, it's a very good question. Like that for me is, I still find it difficult. I'm a college dropout. I never was exceptional in school. I wasn't terrible. I wasn't exceptional. Whenever I applied myself, I seemed to do all right. But that definitely wasn't something you say is like, obviously, this kid is a genius of some kind. I didn't see that happening. I was not interested in doing math or accounting or of any kind. I ran a business, so I had some understanding of like cash flows and, top line and bottom line, but the very, very basic stuff. So it was extremely difficult and for me, very intimidating. And there's many moments where I considered like just throwing it down and saying, look, I barked up the wrong tree. This isn't the way forward. Thankfully, I pushed through that. I feel that I have a much better grasp of things now, and still nowhere near where I need to be. I'm still constantly taking classes and courses, and I'm very serious about my education on the subject. The math is still difficult to me, especially like I never did calculus. I never took a course, so having to learn all these complex maths by myself has been a struggle. But I've managed to do better than learn it. I mean, I don't know if it's better than I expected or not, but I've managed to learn it, a lot of it, and I've managed to figure out bond yields, and I could do discounted cash flows and reverse discounted cash flows now, and a bunch of different valuations, and I understand financial statements, and I understand key metrics. So yeah, I feel like I'm learning. I believe that even if I do not become a very successful investor, which I hope I do, I will be a much better businessman, and that will help me be a better investor even if it's not in the public stock market. And me understanding financial statements has already helped me tremendously in my other jobs that I have, like because I'm running the fund and I'm opening another business. So yes, I mean, this is extremely valuable to me. And so yeah, it was intimidating, but it felt to me that it's something that was the right step for me to do. Like, I couldn't think of what else I should do. Like, the only other option was to get deeper deeper into the fitness world and martial art world. It's an extremely competitive world. And it took a lot more of my time to do that, and with a lot of competition. And I wasn't really there mentally, because now with the travel, going and trying to be like an expert on martial arts and not training martial arts anymore is it's a difficult task. Like, I'm no longer at the cutting edge of it, and I'm much more interested in investing in businesses. And I see there's much more possibility for me to grow, and I would love to own multiple businesses. That's my goal. I mean, I own multiple businesses in public markets, but I'm hoping to own privately multiple businesses as well. Yeah, so it was intimidating, but it felt like the necessary step. It's still intimidating, but yeah, I'm really enjoying it, and I hope that I can keep at it, and hopefully I keep improving. All right, guys, I'm only doing those 2 questions. 11 minutes of me rambling is probably way too long as it is. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please like, please subscribe. If you haven't checked out the Tobias Carlisle episode or the Barry Robinson episode, or any of the episodes, please check them out. I think they're pretty good, and they're getting better. And any critiques, I take to account. I'm building up. Sorry, I don't have a better microphone. I travel for work, so I'm in New York now. I'll probably be in Miami by the next time we talk, and then I'll be in Omaha, Nebraska for the Berkshire Hathaway meeting, and then I'm back in LA. So I'm constantly on the move. So it's hard for me to get all the equipment. So I apologize for that. But anything else you can tell me, please do. I much appreciate it. Thank you guys, and talk soon.